What if, okay, we are about creating this kind of lighthouse. What if you draw something first, something like this? This is a front view, and this side view, and this top view, right? What's the difference between a front view and a side view? Well, I see in front view, now we see actually 3 windows, one on the left, one on the right, and one on front. But on the other hand, the side view, we see only 2 windows. And then instead we see kind of large door in the front doors at the bottom here. In the front view, we don't see door. Okay, that's the difference. But pretty much the same. And then we have a top view. I mean, it's really up to you. So you're comfortable in making 3D models without drawing, without having some references. If you're comfortable, yeah, you go ahead and just make whatever 3D models you want without drawing. Front view, a side view, and top view of your model. All right, today I'm going to show you how to use these kind of references. First of all, you need to import those 3 references, 3 drawings into Maya document. Hit the spacebar, and then let's see the lighthouse. Okay, copy this. All right, so let me. All right, this is just what we're doing now. Okay, so we have 4 different viewports. I don't think we need symmetry option here. So I don't think we need the soft selection option here. Okay, in the meantime, you can close this in outliners. We have top view, perspective view, and the side view and front view. Okay, let's desktop. Let's import this one, side view. Okay, side view first. Okay, go to Maya, and the front, the side. Go to view. I hate it. Go to view and the image plane and the import images. Import what? Go to desktop. The side view. Yeah, side view. Side view. Go to desktop. Okay. And the lighthouse. This is it. Okay, side view imported. Yep, I imported this side view, and then go to front view and go view and image plane import images. And then we'll go to that's front view. All right, and so far I imported 2 references, and go to top view and view and import images. Desktop. And then this is top view. Done. See, now we placed all 3 images. But they're all overlapped. Okay, so that's not good. I'm going to put it down and move this back a little bit. And nicely arranged, something like this. And then bring this down. Oh, not this. We can bring this down a little bit. I think that's good enough. One very useful tips while working with your references of your 3D model that you are working on. Sometimes we would like to use this like a color gain and the alpha gain. When any of those references bother you while you're making a 3D object in Maya documents. Well, what I do, like let's say this particular reference on the right bothers you, you go to attribute editor and change that the color gain and value. So even if you reduce the color gain, you can still see contour, the outline of this lighthouse. So what about this alpha gain? Do you see this? Now we can see through, but I don't think we have problem. The difficulties understanding the shape, the outline of this lighthouse. So even say once you reduce that the amount of alpha gain, see we can all see through. So So what about this? Yeah, below that. Set. Yeah, I think this is a great tip. Well, especially when you work with references, this kind of references. All right, the next step is first of all, let's make this base, the bottom of this lighthouse first. I'm gonna go to top view there. Look at this. If we uncheck this grid, yeah, okay, but kinda I don't like the mismatches here. Okay, doesn't matter. So I'm gonna select this reference and move to the left. So yeah, I like to work something like this. I'm gonna line them up. Yeah, try to line them up. Better than this, right? So line them up, and then create what cylinder. Okay, so this is too small. I'm gonna make it a little bigger, and then obviously this one has many actually subdivisions. Hit T as usual, and let's reduce this. Is that right? I think that's about right. I think the 12 subdivisions. That match perfect. And then I'm going to have the subdivision caps 2 instead of 1, because we need to create the body in a pole of this lighthouse. Yeah, so looks everything is okay on our topic, but once you go to in perspective view or side view, you see this is huge. So I'm going to bring this down a little bit. Why don't we go to either front view and side view. Basically, we need to make a coin shape for this bottom. Bring this down. Yeah, simple. Yeah, it should be that thick, right? It shouldn't be so thin. So based on our reference, it must be something like this, about this. So now if we go to perspective, now we can clearly see the coin shape of the bottom. All right. So now, and then next step is we need to create this bar, this pole. Okay. I guess this is way too big. Okay, let me click on X-ray. Okay, so now we can clearly see. See, now, obviously, this is way too wide and too big. So I'm gonna go to edge mode, double click and select edges, make it a little smaller. Okay, the reason why we still see these edges because these edges are under, yeah, under on the back side, actually under this coin. Yeah, I think you can ignore that one. So all we need to care about is top faces. But anyway, viewers cannot see, may not see the bottom. Okay, there's no way they can see the bottom. Okay, and here, and then we need to set all these faces. I'm going to use this brush tool as usual, optional, and then we go to face mode, right? And let's select this. What I'm doing. Okay, that's big enough. Faces here. Okay. And extrude, our favorite tool. Okay. Okay, this window is very tiny. Let's go to front view only. And while you dragging these faces up, you may activate this X-ray. See, now we can clearly see the outline of our reference. See, something like this. Go to top view. Yeah, I think about right. Yeah, right side. Top view. All right. So first, please ignore all those small, detail. Just look at the whole things. So just to look at, focus on, just look the overall. I mean, the overall forest. Rather than focusing on a small, like a grass, a small, trees, small, plants or flowers. So just to see whole things, whole body of this lighthouse. So what I'm trying to say is ignore those tiny, small, window and small, decoration, or see nice, supports under here and some gallery and windows and glasses. Yeah, ignore those things. Tip, ignore this. Okay, just to focus on the body, whole body. So I drag it up to somewhere here, and then can you see? Let me zoom in this. All right. Okay, I'm going to stop right here. And definitely we need to add another segment for this part. So Command E again. You see, I just added a new segment right here, new segment for this, right? And then Command E again. Okay, this time I'm gonna go to, let's see, maybe you can create this one later. All right, I'm gonna drag it all the way top here. Yeah, ignore those small things. Ignore those things, okay? And then we're gonna keep going. And then, do you see 3 levels here right under, this dome? Then we need to definitely add more, segments, more subdivision, and Command E, and Command E. All right, say until here. So now let's quickly go to our perspective view. Okay. Okay, this is what we have achieved so far. Okay. Very easy until here. Now, so now I'm gonna go to my front view again. Okay, next step is I'm gonna select this A face and hold down Shift key and double click the very next face so that you can select the, say, all faces around this pole. You see, I select the all faces, right? And then scale tool. Okay, do you see what I'm doing here? Something like this. And then Command E again, extrude and all. All right, so while, okay, dragging faces with the scale tool, be careful. So let's say we have 4 executes. What if you drag this blue one? So you already ruined, your object, your model. See, what if you drag the red one? Also, you see, this is wrong. So you should pick up the cube from the center, like this. Yeah, see, not very difficult. See, look at this. We already got this one. See, like ring. See, ring there, and keep going. Also, I'm gonna go to face mode and select a face, and then double click on, hold down Shift and double click on the very next face, to select see all face around this pole, and then all. Okay, again, don't grab this red or don't grab blue. You should work with the cube at the center. At the center. All right. Do you see what I'm doing here? All right. And then you may slightly adjust this here. All right, let's keep doing this. Select this face, double click. I think this is a little too big. Okay, let's take care of this first. Down here. Okay, and then we're gonna do this. Command E, extrude, and all. Oops, I selected the wrong one. Yeah. So, and this one too. Command E and all. And then select these edges. I'll move that up a little bit. Okay, this is what I got. Maybe I can adjust this. Okay, the very bottom one a little bit. Go to face mode. Make face and extrude all. All right. See. Yeah, I can move the body of this lighthouse to the right, or I'm gonna select this, my reference, and move to left. It doesn't really matter. Okay, next step is we like to make this dome. All right, so what we can do. All right, therefore we need to select the faces from top. Let's use this. I'm gonna select all. Oh, no, no, I don't need this. Select only top faces. All right. So, Command E. And drag it up. So before this, Alt first. And the Command E. And all. Command E. Drag it up. All. Scale. Command E. All. Yeah, very repetitive. Yeah. All. Command E. All. So repetitive. So I made this, dome shape. So next, next we like to make this. Okay, this. So to create this kind of form, also it's very easy. So I'd like to show you this. Okay, first of all, you can delete that. So now we have hole there, right? And the edge, and then double click, select all edges on this hole, and Command E, and then we can drag it up a little bit. And don't just hit all from here, but Command E again, extrude, and then all. Say basically we need to make something like this. So, look at this. So ultimately, do you see this spear shape? This ball will be placed top, so right above, top of this hole, and because it looks like we have two level here. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do, just like this. Okay, then I'm gonna use insert edge loop tool. Just add one more segment. You see, and then face mode, A face. Hold down Shift and double click. Select the whole faces. All right. Extrude all. All right. See, you know what I'm saying? See, now we have two level here. So boom, these spears will be placed on the top of this. Okay, so now I'm gonna create a spear. Okay, this is my spear, so it's kind of huge. I'm gonna bring this up. Really big. Okay, before, oh, that's too small. Placing this ball right here, I think that's about right size. Let's see, let's place right here. Okay, before placing this and the spheres on the top of here, this hole, we need to find out the number of edges on this ball, and as well as the body of this lighthouse. Okay, first go to edge mode. Let me double click on here, and I go to modeling toolkit, and then Maya will tell you the exact number of edges that you selected. Say, look at this, 12. Say edges selected 12. 12 edges selected. So in order to bridge, this is bridge, and connect, combine between these two, and this ball must have exactly same number of edges on this hole. This one, as we already checked, this one has only 12 edges selected. But what about this one? So let's go to object mode, and if you hit T, you can definitely see on the subdivision axis more than 12. This is 20. This is not good. So you have to change this one to 12. And this one also 12. Both should be 12 and 12. Excellent. Fine. Now it's ready to combine these two. Oh, looks like the location is a little bit tilted. No, the right location. Okay. All right. After this, right click and face. And delete this. Okay, this one also home, and here's home. All right, so now we are ready to put this ball, this sphere is the top of this hole. So first of all, I've got object, this object, select both, and combine. Okay, now this is just one object. So this is just one object. And then we still have a huge gap in between. Nice. Next one I'm gonna do for edge. Oops. Edge. All right, double click. How many? 12 edges selected. Say 12 edges selected. And the shift, also double click. 24 edges selected. Does it make sense? 12 and 12. And then you can finally use this bridge tool. See, look at this. So once you hit 3, you can get this. I think I didn't position it correctly. Anyway, see, now we just see smooth curve in between those two. But someone might wonder if we can create some, especially around here, so very smooth edges. Which someone might wonder if we can possibly, make the harder edges around this ring. Yes, like you can do it. You can add more segments inside. Actually, look to like here. Maybe I can add one here. Another one somewhere here. Let's see. Let me hit 3 now. So now we can definitely have. Yeah, we got the stronger, harder edges one. All right. Next, we like to also get rid of okay, these spaces, delete this. Okay, now we have another hole here. So let's make it this tip. Okay, the tip of this tower. And first, edge, double click. I select all 12 edges and then extrude. Okay, now I'm going to drag this all the way to the top here. Okay, after this, we should create some kind of really pointy edges. So to do this, after see, we still see hole there. In order to make a pointy tip at the end of this tip, and then the merge all the 12 vertices. There are actually 2 options. One is merge, and the other one is merge to center. I think this should work better. So let's try this, merge to center. So now look at this. Number of vertex. So look at this. 12 vertices now became just one vertex after applying this one, merge to center. So now we have nice tip here. See, nice tip here. Okay, also let me hit 3. Yeah, this is probably okay, but not as beautiful as the right here. If you like to achieve this kind of hard edges on here too, also go to edge mode. I think we did this several times. Just select all the edges around and this tip and bevel. What about bevel? Here's bevel, and add a few more segments there. Probably there's too many, right? So now I'm gonna just one. Even 3 will be enough, I think. So after this, once you hit 3, now we should see it's a huge difference. See, now the clean and the hard edges at the very bottom in between this ball and this tip. So bevel like this, bevel, and a few more segments, and plus bevel made this happen. And then where we are. Okay, now we should take care of somewhere here. Somewhere here. Let's see. Okay. Face mode. This is selecting. Okay, let's make this like a balcony. And these are, I can count the number of supports underneath of this balcony. Probably looks like at least a 4, of more than 4. All right, let's make it here. Okay, let's make it right here. So to do this, I'm gonna select this A face, hold down Shift, and double click. Okay, I just selected all the faces from top of this ring, and then I like to duplicate this at just 12 faces from this ring. And this time I'm not going to use the duplicate this one Command D because I like to duplicate only in the top faces. In this case, you can use this one, duplicate under Edit Mesh. Just watch this. Okay, Edit Mesh, see what happens. I'm going to select duplicate. Yeah, it looks like nothing happened. But once we drag this, the duplicate one, now you should see only in the top duplicate top faces. See, this one has only 12 faces, but let's this like this. See, and this doesn't have any inner depth, and the thickness is not there. And then, so look at this. Also, let's quickly take a look at the front view. Obviously, this must be wider than what it is. Okay, so how to make this going on? Optimal. You can make it wider. You can make it wider. Yeah, yes. Instead of optimal, let's try the yeah, you can make, but we have hole there. I don't like this. What if edges? There we go. Okay. All right, look at this. Probably it's too wide. So according to our reference, I think it should be something like this. See right here, around this. Do you see? Yeah, this must be too big and this is too small. Okay, around this size. And then next step is okay, yeah, separate one. Okay, so just add some depth here. Extrude, right? Okay, and then I'm gonna bring this a little bit down. Big enough. Yeah, a little thicker. There we go. Now, see. Okay. All right, next is, let's make it right here. Okay. We can create these in a support a little later, and let's make a balcony first. Okay. Again, I like to go to face mode, A face, double click, faces, 12 faces selected from top, and duplicate. Don't go to edit, duplicate, but you need to go to edit mesh and select this one, duplicate. Drag this up. All right, so around here, do you see what I'm doing here? And then go to edge. No. Would that make something like, yeah, you see, this is kind of ring. Yeah, this doesn't have depth. Okay, what I like to do, I'm gonna make a little bigger so that I can see inner circle, and I just double click on this, and then I'm gonna make a little, there we go. All right, and then you can select the object and make a little smaller. All right, so let's see our front view. I think it's still a little too wide. There we go. And then add the depth, extrude, sticking up, and then object, and slightly bring it down. Okay, now we got the ring here. Actually, we have 3 rings. Here's 1, actually 2, and 3 rings. So next, let's create this one. So we go to perspective view. Okay, watch out here for I'm doing here. I'm gonna go to edges mode, double click. I'm gonna select all the edges around this ring. Double click, double click, double click, double click. Very repetitive. All right. Double click, hold down shift and double click. So I select all the edges around this ring and the bevel. So you have to adjust the fraction in volume. So after this, go to face mode, and then I'm going to select also very repetitive. I'm going to select only this face. This face, this face, this face, this face, this face. Rotate it. You see, our reference kind of bothers me. I'm going to select this one and hide it a little while. I missed that. Just go to face. Oh, let's select it. Yeah. Hold down shift. Select this. Select this. Select this. Select this. Select this. One more. Yeah, looks like I selected all faces. Okay. Okay, you know what tool I need. So extrude again and bring it down like this. All right, and then you might want to 0.05 offset. What about 7? Oh, too much. What about the 4? That's perfect, I guess. Let's look about it, this and this ring, and then let me combine this now. So let me check on this wireframe on shaded so that we can see all the edges, even if we deselect this in a Lighthouse. All right, let's make a support. And how many supports? 6. 6 will be, I think, enough for this kind of bulk. We're gonna place all right. So go to cube. Right here. Make smaller. Okay, guys, we are going to make 6 support. They are all identical. They're all 6 support will be identical, which means also we're not going to repeat. We're not going to make a 6 individual support, but we're going to make it just a single 1 support and then duplicate 5 times by using this edit and duplicate special. Do you remember this duplicate special option? Okay, here's number of copy. We should type 5 to make a total number of support, to make a total number of support 6. That's what we want. So first of all, we need to make 1 support. I'm going to place right here. And let's go to our perspective view. All right, it's pretty thick. Looks very solid, but I like to make this a little bit. Yeah, I think that'll be strong enough. Yeah, and then go to front view. So we'll be placed right here. And modeling toolkit, and then I'm going to use this connect tool to add a few more segment. In other words, subdivisions. This. And before this, I'm going to activate the X-ray for a while temporarily. So, and then connect tool. Quick ones here. One is definitely not enough to make the support that you see in our reference. I think 2, 3, 4. I think that'll be enough. Okay, so 4. And then go to vertex mode. Okay, see what I'm doing here. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 vertices on the left, on both, you know, both sides, both edges, left and right. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to select only these 5 vertices, except this is the first one on the top, and then hit W. Okay, do you see what I'm doing? A little bit. And the next, I'm going to grab the 1, 2, 3, 4 inner vertices. Do you see what I'm doing here? And I like to make a nice curve arc. Okay, this time I'm going to select the 1, 2, 3 vertices. Keep moving. Okay, next I'm going to select the only 2 vertices. All right. After this, so we still don't have some nice curves. Yeah, you can adjust. See, let's these vertices a little bit, a little bit. Yeah, you can adjust the position. I think that's good enough. So let's go to our perspective view. Now you should see some decent looking support. All right. So this is what I created. Do you see our reference here? See? So we made a kind of similar one. So after this, we need to duplicate and find more. And let's go to top view. If you go to top view, you should see the spot that I just created. If you hit an E echo and if you rotate this, you see the rotation occurs at the center, actually the PB point, from the PB point. You see, it's going to rotate something like this. But what we like to do, we like to relocate the PB point of this and a support where at the center, so that we can make a 5 more copies. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, something like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So total number of supports will be in a 6. Support will be in a 6. So we have to relocate this PB point in order to place the rest of the 5 support in the right positions. So hit D, delta, left mouse button, and then you know how to move this one, right? And then hold down X key. Do you know what X key? Snap to grid. Snap to grid. That's a snap to grid. What about B? Snap to point. That's a snap to point. Snap to point. Snap to point and the snap to grid. All right. Now, hold on. X. Oops. Left mouse button. And then reset. Yeah, I noticed that a little the small mismatch. That's not a big deal. What I'm going to do, I'm going to select my reference and then move just a little bit. Okay. And where is my support? Here's the support. See, this is PB point. So, okay, now I'm going to rotate this. Okay, this support. Do you see what I'm talking? All right. So you must place the PB point of the original support at the center of this whole body of the lighthouse. The PB point of this support used to be, it was the center of this support, but now the PB point of this support has been relocated, okay, replaced somewhere here. So now next thing is edit and duplicate special, and the duplicate special options, and we know how many support we need, 5 more. That'll make 6. And again, so we have to check all these 3 options: translate and rotate and scale. Okay, definitely we're not interested in changing the scale for the rest of support. Not this. What about rotate? Which one is right? Translate. Translate is you can move X, Y, Z. rotate the degree. Can anyone tell us the right degree? So 6, 360 degree. If you divide by 6, divided by 6, 60, right? 60. That will make it 6, yeah, 6. So 60. And then I'm going to duplicate spatial. You see, now we have 6 support. Let's quickly go to our perspective view. And then, so let's flip this over. Do you see all in a 6 support nicely placed underneath of this balcony? See? Again, all 6 supports are identical. Next, like a window. Some simple window. I'm going to use to bring this up. Something like this. We'll hide this. Pretty big. Make it a little smaller. We can bring this up a little bit. Yeah, I think that's about right size. Connect tool. One, two, three, four. I don't think we need just one subdivision. I just added on this cube by using this connect tool, and then go to edge mode. So what I'm doing is I'm making a some simple roof. What I'm talking is roof. This, see, I'm making this roof. Edge mode, double click and select the edges. Okay, I select the 1, 3 edges and W and move that up a bit. And then go to face mode. I'm going to select this face and this face, both sides. Command E or just click extrude. Bring that up a little bit. And then I'm going to use connector again. Let's add one. It's not here. What happened? Center has been placed at the center. New subdivision has been placed at the center, middle, in between left and right. Edge. Okay, just drag it up. And then connect to another subdivision at the center. Okay, now we have 1, 2, 3, 4 squares. And then let's select all these, extrude. This is a little tricky right there. So yeah, I think that's good. And the thickness divisions. Yeah, we need division because we need to create kind of nice kind of window frames around those glass. This should be off. What a stupid teacher. See, I forgot this one. Yeah, keep face together. That's right. Yeah. And other than that, again, so when you working with the large scale faces, it's going to be much easier to put the whatever buyer degrees that you need. But for those kind of tiny interfaces, sometimes really hard to find the right buyer, right numbers. So keep face together. Okay, off. And the division, I added 2. What if I add more? I added probably too fancy, right? I think 2 will be enough. 2 will be enough. And offset and the 0.3. So what if we go 0.02? I think I like this better. All right. So after this, don't just push back or something like this. Then you won't have the window frame. So as usual, extrude, right? And then push. So and then after clicking this extrude or in a command E, and then push back a little bit. See, now we just create a nice indent. See, a little distance and a little indent that's in between, window frames and windows, actual glass. Okay, back a little bit. Okay, same thing. What if you like to create 3 more windows? Select this one, go to top view. Okay, now you should see the new window I just created here. Let's say you want to create 3 more. Okay, first of all, you need to hit Delta, and then X key, left mouse button, and place that pivot point at the center of this lighthouse. And then you should be able to rotate this window around body of this lighthouse. All right, so let's repeat. Edit and the duplicate special, and the geometry must be copy, and the translate, rotate, and the scale, and the number of copies. How many? 3 more. And we're not interested in translate. We're not interested in scale. We should deal with this. Okay, 3 more. The degree that we need to type in here, 90. 90 times 4 will make a 360 degree full in a circle. So duplicate spatial. So now, so you should see 4 windows. So 4 windows. So now, what I like to do, so I'm gonna open my references. So here's one window. Okay, so not a big deal. Maybe you can grab one and place here and push back a little bit. What about this one? Yeah, grab that and bring it down a little bit. Okay. 2. And this one too. So let's hide this. I'll bring down a little bit. So I just placed the kind of random location. And what about door? What I like to do, I like to use one of these window to make my door. Let's see. Nice. Face mode. Here are faces that we don't need. Delete this and delete this. And edge. Double click and select all the edges at the bottom. And the command E, extrude, and bring this down. All right, I'm not going to create doorknobs, that kind of things. Yeah, basically, yeah, we just created a door, kind of simple. This in the doors and the 3 windows. All right, next. Let's make this part the gallery. Multi-cut. I think we need at least 3. There we go. 3 subdivisions. And then I'm going to select the face mode. Okay, and then select only 3 rows. First, second, and third. And then again, we have to deal with the extrude. Kind of difficult. Was it must be offset. It doesn't do anything. It doesn't do anything. That's weird. 0.05. There we go. Okay. Now logo 0.2. I like to slightly adjust this. Probably too much. Too much. Too much. Here is offset 0.005. I think it should be lower. All right, and then divisions. Oh, too much. Okay, 2. All right, I think it looks good. Those highlighted area, highlighted faces will be glasses. Oh, okay. I was wondering. Those highlighted areas will be, the glasses. You see, all highlighted areas will be glasses now. And then the one before actually applying the actual, textures on those, faces, we need to push all those, glasses areas toward at the inside of this, pole. Let's see. Will that work? See, you can push back a little bit. But before this, don't forget that, and extrude first. See the difference. Look at this. I'm gonna hit all. Okay, do you see what I'm doing? Do you see what I'm doing? See, now we have created nice indents, grooves everywhere. All right. All right. From now on, more important lesson. Our actually next topic to discuss about from next week is texturing. So now we're going to learn how to apply the actual textures, colors on the object from next week. But today I'm going to show you very briefly about the way you apply some of the textures and colors on your object. Okay, for instance, okay, so you selected all the glasses there, glass area, and then you want to apply some glass texture, glass, so they see through. Okay, so now we cannot see that through. Say, I think I'm pretty sure I selected all glass, all windows, and then right click. If you go all the way down, you should see assign new material. We call material. This is a more common term that is being used among animators rather than texture. Many others actually animators still use texture, but in Maya we use materials probably more often than the texture. Assign new material, and here's favorite material and the existing materials. We don't have any existing material, so I'm going to go to assign new favorite material, and I'm going to choose this one. One of the most frequently used is material, but we still cannot see through. See, I see a little like reflected in the surfaces. Do you see this a little bit? See it? Reflected? Yeah, but we cannot see through. All right, so after this, and then you go to attribute editor and find your material. Actually, my material was, what was it? Oh, where's phone? By the way, by type. Here's my phone. One of the material that I just applied on the windows, the glass. And then do you see here's color? I don't think we should care about these colors for those in the glass, but I'm interested in the transparency. And you already see, look at this. You already see if I increase that, the volume of transparency, you get completely see through now. Okay. You see? Okay, what about detail like this? Now, see there. You see? Okay, these are glasses right now. So with the one material, the name of the material that I applied on this glass was phone. See, let me select another cube. Where's my cube? Okay, do you see? You see through now. If you render this one, rendering in Maya means like taking a picture, taking a photo. Okay, let's quickly go to my Arnold lights and the Skydome light. and Arnold, render view. Let's take a picture. You see,